obstacles that come up when you're running a business and how sometimes they can be very, very scary and you don't know what's going to happen on the other side of it. But most of the time, I think obstacles help you to grow. And I say that because a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer and I was in the middle of this whole like running this business and growing it. And I had my own caseload, of course, in the clinic. I had opened the clinic. I kind of didn't know what I was going to do because I didn't know how this was going to impact me and my health. And am I going to be able to treat? Am I going to need chemo? Am I not? If I do need chemo, do you work when you're, this is all new chartered territory. And in my kind of fear, I guess you could say, of, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I need to be able to focus on my health. That's when I hired my full-time admin and hired a full-time hand therapist to replace myself. Now, financially, I would not have made those decisions at that point in the business. It was a little earlier than I would have. So I was a little like, oh, this is a lot of money, but I got to focus on my health, and I can always get rid of everybody at the other side and go back to how I was. But of course, that didn't happen, and it helped me to grow. So I never replaced those people. I just replaced myself in my own company, which was like the biggest gift I could have given myself. So I just wanted to throw that out there as a general statement that when you hit an obstacle, sometimes solving that obstacle will bring you to a place that you didn't expect to be. And sometimes it's better.
And I'm sorry you went through that, but it sounds like everything kind of turned out for the better.
I'm fine. I'm cancer-free.
Yeah.
No problem now, just so you know.
But I think that also speaks to what you said earlier about that one particular KPI you watched, which was that percentage of either visits or revenue that was dependent on you directly, and you've now driven it down to less than 1%. That's the thing, is like people sort of sometimes don't realize that, there are times like that where it is worth crushing your own margins temporarily to replace yourself because the other side looks a lot better. I think that's great. Well, Cindy, this is amazing. Hopefully we're gonna pull you back onto the show. And if nothing else, I'll just tell people you're probably the one few customers that is probably the more AI forward customers that I've seen, which is really neat. So you're going to be on the internal testing list for some of that
Sounds
stuff.
good. You gotta grow with what's happening in the world, or you're just going to be left behind. That's how I look at it.
If you'd like to learn more about Strata PT and see how our EMR and RCM works, head over to stratapt.com to book a demo.